Hey, what's up, guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. And I just wanted to come on a really quick message, like a little bit of a story time or just like a quick message, okay? That rejection really is protection, okay? I know we say it all the time, okay? But sometimes you don't really understand how much you were protected. If my dog is going, it has the, what do you call that when they keep running back and forth? She running around right here. That's why you hear all that noise. But she's playing with a sock. She's so cute. I don't think I can turn the camera around to show you. But rejection is protection. I know it's like we don't see it until full circle, right? And I've gotten like, I'm at this point in my life where the Most High has given me like a full circle moment, like this is a full circle season. Like this ain't even a moment. I am a child of adoption. I was relinquished at birth, and it was an open adoption. I got like reintroduced to my family at the age of 10, and we started doing like holidays and stuff together. You know, just so I could be a part of my family, right? But I never felt accepted, especially by my mother. I just, you know, she was nice to me, you know, and she would like promise me that we could do this and that. But then whatever was going on in her world, like, she just wasn't comfortable with me being in it. You know what I'm saying? And so like, just hindsight, because she's dead now. And so it was really painful experience. You know, me as an empath, I just like, you know, I was quiet. I never wanted to make, you know, I could understand that the adults in my life were like uncomfortable with the situation. So I tried to be like, it's okay. Like, I'm not hurt, you know? So that's kind of how I went about it as a child. And even all the way up until about the age 30, me and my mom, we had our last blowout at 29. No, not. Yeah, I think I was 29. Or did I turn 30? I think I was 29. How old was I in 2017? Yeah, I think it was 29. Okay, so that was when I was 29. My mother like came and gave me like a birthday gift for the first time in my entire life. Like my grandparents, my mother, they never acknowledged my birthday because, you know, like I'm born in April, and so are both my grandparents. And I don't know, I think they were just ashamed of themselves and the lack of accountability they took, you know, even though adoption wasn't a bad choice for me. It wasn't a bad choice, but I don't know. I don't know why they never said happy birthday to me. You know, let me not make any excuses. So, anyways, my grandmother always knew that I was special. And she was the matriarch of her family. And she saw like I was spiritually awakening. She was really proud of that. And she left me an inheritance. And she passed away in March 2023. And she told me about the inheritance. So did my birth mother. And then, but when she passed away in 2023, all of a sudden, they don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so, I very much feel aligned with the collective energy of the stolen inheritance and the hitman. Like, I've been through a lot, but that's not what the whole story is about. The story is about how protected I was, because at the end of I guess it is about what the story is about, because that last year, you know, since my grandmother passed up until now, up until May, when my mother passed, my mother spent that whole year slandering me, lying, just doing everything. Like, my mother didn't even know me to talk crap about me, right? And just took the opportunity to turn everybody in my biological family against me. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon. She was bribing people that I know in my personal life that have nothing to do with my bio family to attack me, because once she started lying to the courts, you know, she's digging a deep hole. I realized that my family is Masons or some sort of secret society type situation going on. And, you know, they're just really corrupt. And so while I spent the last 30 years, well, I'm 36 now, right? So we'll just say my whole life. I spent my whole years trying to figure out why I'm being rejected by this family. You know, why doesn't my mother love me? You know, how could she not want to see my kids? You know, she had all the opportunity in the world. Like, I was born when she was 13. So it made sense for me to be relinquished for adoption. And then, but she had the opportunity to still be like a powerful influence in my life, to be a mother to me. And even if she felt like she was too close in age to be a mother, she could be my big sister, my auntie, my best friend. She had the opportunity to be my best friend. And I'm sorry, but I'm like a really great person. Okay, so there's no reason to not want to be a friend to me. Like I used to say to her, join me on my journey, because it's like I've always been on this spiritual journey. Like I feel like my spiritual journey, there's been like levels to it, but I really feel like it began at birth, because being separated from your mother as an infant is horrifying. Like I went through like the whole adoption healing journey, and then I had the twin flame journey. Okay, I got just the what is God's real name journey, and I'm not a Christian anymore journey. Like that was not exactly in order that I put those journeys, but like so many journeys, right? I've always been journeying and elevating, constant elevation, like always. Like my daughter's like, you have so many phases. It's like I do have a lot of phases. Like I really do be like, try something and then be like, and then complete the journey it, like complete the whole process and be like, all right, trying something new, like so I used to always say to my mom, join me on my journey. And one time she outright told me no. And this was in our last encounters. This was in 2017. We spent a good portion of the year trying to like be friends or whatever. And, I was really trying to heal. I really needed her to take accountability for not being there for me. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was feeling very triggered every time we had to like be separated. And it's like, if she didn't call me, it was like, how when it's a new relationship, you feel all weird. Like it kind of felt like that. So I didn't really understand my emotions, but I took the responsibility to get some therapy, but I also wanted her support. I mean, for all those years, I had held back my emotions, pretending like everything was okay. And finally, I'm like, this is my chance to say exactly how I feel, but not to hurt you, so that we can move on, so you can know exactly what it is that I've experienced. And then, hey, let's build from there, And she just was not able to do that with me. Like, as soon as I start being like, I need you to take accountability for something, the relationship ended, okay? And so, it was painful, like that was in 2017. Thanksgiving 2017 was the last time I seen my mom and my grandparents. And I'm like, my grandparents sent me some gifts in 2019. And that was the last time I talked to my grandmother and I didn't talk to my grandfather again until after my grandmother passed. And I was hurt by the fact that they never really reached out. I just felt like if they made me feel rejected. So that's why I never called. I never felt comfortable calling. I only came over when they called me. Like it was just an insecurity, like just, do they really want me around? They made me feel like I was a burden on them. Like I caused uncomfortable emotions or something like that. And so, I just stayed away from them, moved on with my life, actually left the state. I'm originally from California. I moved all the way across the country to Atlanta, okay, and was living my life. I got 4 kids. I'm married, but like separated from my husband. That's a whole other story. I don't feel talking about it. And so, yeah, I moved across the country, living my life. I'm a entrepreneur, content creator. This is what I love, living the life I love, building this lifestyle. And then, my grandmother passes and all this weird shit starts happening because they're trying to basically kill me to keep quiet about my inheritance. And hey, let's add an insurance policy so we can pay off the hitman and the family members who all did the dirt with me, right? And I said that all to say, rejection is protection, because I'm so glad I wasn't around my family. Who knows if I had stayed in California, if I had been around my mom, if, she was literally going to lead me to hell. Like my sister I have an adult sister as well, about 10 years younger than me though. I'm pretty sure she's involved in this and may face criminal charges. Like the funny part about this whole situation is that like my mom was the mastermind of the plan, but then she died. So now everybody has to take personal responsibility. Nobody can point the finger at my mother and say, well, she told us this. She told it. Well, you took your grown ass decision. You didn't do no research. You saying this girl is crazy, but clearly the one trying to kill her own kid is the crazy one, right? So she got my whole family involved, and now everybody's under investigation, and they're going to jail in hell, right? And I'm just like, it has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Like, I'm completely separated from it. And as much as it was like painful to know, like, I can't be around my family, nobody loves me, nobody cares. Great now. I'm just like, I won. I'm just really feeling like, oh my God, like I escaped some seriously weird stuff. I escaped some seriously weird stuff. And like my family, like they're all low vibrational. You know what I mean? I was really, by being rejected at birth, because my mom had said that there was some discussion about just keeping me when I was born, but they ultimately decided to continue with the adoption process. And so even being rejected at the hospital, like it gave me a better life. Okay. And I didn't see that until now. I didn't really be able to fully get the whole, yes, this is better for me. Yes, the whole thing was better for me until after like my mom passing and me realized like my mom was murdered. Like they're literally like, they're weird. Weird. You know what I'm saying? Great genetics, but strange mentality. Okay. So it's like, I don't know what to say other than like, wow, it's true when they say rejection is protection. So if you are going through a season, or maybe you haven't fully come full circle to be able to see like what you were being protected from. So I guess that's what's being revealed to me, is what I was actually being protected from. And like you will be able to just know God's got you. You know what I'm saying? Like God really is protecting you from something that you don't even know. And some things you may not ever find out, or it may take years before you really know what you were protected from. But I'm like, I'm not brainwashed. I'm not in a cult. They can't sacrifice me. I have a strong connection in the Most High and my spirit team. My mom doesn't have, I don't think my mom even gets to go to heaven. Okay, I don't even think my mom gets to go to heaven. Like, I am a medium, but like, I do not feel comfortable, like, even really connecting with her spirit. I'm working on that. I'm working on like just forgiving. You know what I'm saying? There's layers to this forgiveness, because there's no point in being mad at a ghost. And if she's supposed to be a part of the spirit team, then okay, but we working on that. Okay. But I know that my grandma snatched her ass, her, God, my grandma, my dad, everybody snatched my mom's life because she was trying to take mine and my kids. Like, my mom literally died as my daughter was graduating. Okay, so it was like a phenomena. And there was a damn tornado that week. Like, it was weird. Okay, so that's pretty much what the story I wanted to tell you. Like, that's kind of how I started this new channel for me, Modern Day Matriarch, because I am the new matriarch, and it's a new day and age, and it's not going to be like, we're really here to anchor down this new energy, this higher vibration, rebuilding these kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? So I understand myself to be a part of that, and I really, really wanted my mother and my sisters especially to be a part of this legacy, but they're not, and it's for good reason. And so even though I was really hurt for a lot of years, feeling rejected, I was being protected, and I was being prepared. So if you're In a season where you're feeling isolated, just know God loves you the most. Okay? If you're isolated from the rest of your family, you're the special one. If you're the black sheep, you're really the goat. Okay? And take your position. You don't got to go rub it in anybody's face. Just stand firm in who you are. Keep building yourself, and don't let not being a part of the crowd hurt your feelings, because the crowd is going to get slaughtered. And I mean that in the most divine way. Okay? There's a verse that says, some children are born for the slaughter. And that's because there's a purpose. Sometimes the loss of life can help transform you. Okay? And so, I cannot have any, I just have to cut that. They're out of my life. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time last year, I guess, when the Most High knew, like, yep, it's on, I woke up out of my sleep and my heart was like hardened. Like, I just didn't care. I was like, it's been 5 years since I talked to my mom, and I don't care. I don't think that I want to talk to her. I don't think that I want a relationship with her after abandoning me so many times, not being there for my kids. Like, I don't think that I want that. And little did I know that I would be facing so much witchcraft, literal, actual hitmans. I was assaulted, okay? And, I had to run away from Atlanta. I'm not even in Atlanta anymore. Somebody tried to, like, pull a home invasion on me, okay? So, I never knew that that was coming. But I did know it was coming from my mother. As of my grandmother's passing, like, let me tell you, I'm pretty sure my mom killed my grandma. She was already sick. She had a strange illness. The illness itself could have been witchcraft, right? Because it was really mental, okay, that manifested into the physical. And so she passed away. 2 weeks later, my youngest uncle passed away. My grandmother's youngest son, 43 years old, just dies of, like, I guess he had congenital heart disease is what they determined it. All 4 chambers of his heart were blocked or whatever, but it's giving either voodoo or some sort of poisoning, okay? Because how is it that he never went to go see about his heart? You know what I mean? Like, okay. And then my mom, she literally, they can't tell me if it was a heart attack or a brain aneurysm. All I know is that she fell out on the side of the road. She hopped out of the car at a gas station with her husband, ran away, and then ended up dead, brain dead. She was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. And nobody told me till they pulled the plug. No, so don't you think that if this woman is laying dead basically in the hospital, wouldn't you call me at least to be like, your mom is gonna pass, like, say a prayer, because it's pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? No, it's because everybody was conspiring, even my grandfather. I had even called my grandfather about my inheritance, who was right there with us when we were all discussing it. I specifically remember writing my own children's name as my successor in the event that I couldn't receive the trust, they would receive the trust, and so these people who know damn well who I am, okay, they didn't even call me to tell me that my mom was dead, and that's because that it was a whole conspiracy. It's a conspiracy related to my inheritance. And, like, I've been calling them out on my Facebook. You guys can follow me on Facebook at Remedy Williams. I've been speaking this, okay? So stand in your powers. Open that throat chakra and start talking your truth, okay? So I'm just going to wrap this up. This is over for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know, like, have you had experiences like this? Tell me about your stories where you're like, rejection was protection, but you didn't know at first, but then, like, you found out later. Like, I would love to know your stories. Okay, so I'll talk to you soon. Peace.